Welcome to the WrestleTalk News. I'm Quinnell, back from my week off. I missed you too. John Cena hasn't wrestled in WWE since WrestleMania 39 when he faced Austin Theory for the United States title, a program that definitely really helped both people involved. What a great match that was. Since then, he made a shock return at Money in the Bank to try and convince London to pay for a WrestleMania in the future. Great stuff, John. People have been speculating about when we could see Cena come back to WWE ever since and what he could be doing when he comes back next. Who would he be putting over next? Or what cities would he be trying to convince to pay for a WrestleMania? Would he be putting over Gunther after he posted about him on Instagram, perhaps? That sounds neat. As it turns out, no. Not that. Cena himself and WWE announced that he would be returning on September 1st on SmackDown in Pennsylvania, and then the following week would be appearing in India at the Superstar Spectacle show. So, most likely, something equally as meaningless as his feud with Austin Theory. Sick burn. Once again, great stuff, John. But still, if you could wrestle Gunther on like a big pay-per-view or something, I think that'd be pretty good. As has been the story on Raw for quite a while now, there's dissension in the Judgment Day, with Damian Priest and Finn Balor not quite getting along. With the re-inclusion of JD McDonough into the story now, it seems that the potential split/people leaving story might be kicking into gear, which could be spelling the end for JD, that Judgment Day that is, as had been reported in the Wrestling Observer newsletter last week, with their report that Damian Priest would be leaving the group. However, according to BWE on Twitter, there are reportedly no plans for anyone to leave the group for the time being. What this means for JD, McDonough that is, not Judgment Day, is unclear, but there's every chance he could be added to the group, perhaps furthering that wedge and divide between Priest and the others before the eventual split down the road. Someone else that could be added to the mix on the main roster is Matt Cardona, who quite overtly, and it should be said somewhat jokingly, said he's going to be going back to WWE. Following his loss alongside Steph DeLander at GCW Homecoming on August 19th. Hey, that's my birthday. My real one. Cardona posted a video to X where he drove past WWE HQ in Stamford, Connecticut and said, "I'm coming home, Vince. No more of this indie bullshit. No more being disrespected in GCW. Vince, I'm coming home. Chelsea, I'm coming. Wait for me." Which is also a factor worth mentioning because Cardona's wife Chelsea Green is of course now in WWE too, so if you wish to join her, WWE would be the place to go. This is all most likely just one big joke and work and troll though, coming from Matt Cardona, a serial troller, so take it all with a pinch of salt.
Do you think you're a wrestling genius? Well, prove it! Sign up to WrestleLeague to compete with thousands of other people predicting every major wrestling event, with a chance to win up to $250 worth of Amazon vouchers if you prove yourself to be the best. The new autumn season starts with AEW All In London on August 27th. Join free at WrestleTalk.com and make sure you click the email sign up to make sure that you don't miss a show.
Thank you, Pete, and now it's time for my review of Monday Night Raw, aka it's Quebec Day, you know what that means, edition of Monday Night Raw, in about 5 minutes. Yes, this week's Raw was from Quebec in Canada? No, never heard of it, mate. So you better believe that this Quebecian crowd sure loved them some Sami Zayn opening the show. He soaked in the incredible crowd reaction and did some of his promo in his native tongue before the Judgment Day came out to run Monday Night Raw and such. But Sami didn't come alone today, as Kevin Owens made his return and ran off Judgment Day with a stunner to Damian Priest. He challenged any two members of the group to a match later on, which somewhat became a running storyline throughout the show as, you won't believe this, the Judgment Day aren't on the same page again, despite, being on the same page literally in the closing moments of last Monday's Raw. In the words of one of our generation's great wordsmiths, Randall Graves, it's time to or get off the pot. Look, you clearly don't want to break this group up because they're stronger together than apart, and you need a hot heel act in WWE since you split up the bloodline and you keep teasing splitting up Imperium. So maybe we could just have a month, a few weeks of them being together and singing from the same hymn sheet rather than Ross and Racheling them every single week. With that said, boy was it great to see Kevin Owens back. I've really missed him on Raw. And KO's return signaled a return of a tag division, as Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle teamed up to take on New Day in a match that told a simple story. Drew is awesome. and Matt Riddle sucks. The only time that McRiddle, as New Day later dubbed them, got any offense in was when Drew was in the ring. The rest of the match was New Day working over Riddle to build to that Drew hot tag, but the Viking Raiders pulled McIntyre off the apron, and Riddle then just got pinned. Viking Raiders brawled with New Day and Riddle until Drew got in the ring and cleared house, because you see, he's an actual star here and the rest of them are just, well, they're just geeks. This really reeked of those times when Cena or Triple H went into the tag division and they just beat everyone up to make them look rubbish. Riddle and Drew agreed to have one more match together, and my heel turn alarm is starting to ring. Chad Gable took Gunther to his limit a few weeks back and then earned a shot at the IC title for this show, just a couple of weeks out from Gunther beating the Honky Tonk Man's record-setting reign. That fact did make the eventual result, Gunther keeping the belt, a bit of a foregone conclusion, but it's all about making you believe, and Chad Gable made me believe. The finish was an odd one in a way. You see, the two brawled outside of the ring, and Chad very impressively German suplexed Gunther over the barricade. It was awesome, and then dove back into the ring to beat the 10 count. And he celebrated like he won, which technically he did, but he didn't win the belt because that's not how belts change hands in WWE. It made Chad's massive celebration seem a bit much. Like, who's the real winner here? It's Gunther, he still has the belt. But you can work this into a rematch where the title can change hands on a countout, and that will create some awesome drama. Cody Rhodes cut a promo asking the Quebec crowd to be in the corner of Sammy and KO and called JD McDonough a Funko Pop. Shinsuke Nakamura cut a video promo revealing that the thing he whispered to Seth last week was, "I know about your back. A broken back that is crippling under the pressure of being champ." This is the best that Nakamura has been in so long, and Seth cut a return promo later on confirming that he has got quite an ouchy back and asked for a face-to-face with Nakamura next week. Rhea Ripley quickly squashed Candice LeRae and then brawled with Raquel Rodriguez, who revealed that she's now cleared to wrestle and a match was made for Payback. Tommaso Ciampa did a promo saying that if you want change, you need to do it yourself. Authors of Pain return confirmed. The Miz revealed who his tune-up match would be against, and it was, quite predictably, Akira Tozawa. LA Knight came out for commentary for a match that went way too long for what it was trying to achieve. Look, the comedy here is that Miz picked a loser in Tozawa, but then gets distracted by Knight and shockingly pinned. What actually happened, though, was Miz picked a loser in Tozawa, then had a competitive match with him that went through a commercial break, then got distracted by Knight and pinned. The commentators put it over as a shock, but Tozawa got in quite a bit of offense during the match, so it can't be that much of a shock. Good idea on paper, badly executed. Becky, Trish, and Zoe Stark had a promo segment to set up their cage match for Payback, and the crowd didn't really care for this, and Piper Niven and Chelsea Green quickly squashed the Party Girls. That women's tag division is thriving. And the main event saw Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn get a DQ loss over a Judgment Day team of Balor and Priest, but Cody Rhodes ran down for a brawl, and Adam Pearce made a trios match, which was, as you would expect, a hell of a lot of fun with an on-fire crowd, and the good guys won. This was a totally fine edition of Monday Night Raw, your typical Triple H building show. Nothing too much to write home about, but the majority of the segments were effective in what they were designed to do. Plus, the return of KO was ace. This week's show is 3 out of 5. Now go and watch Ollie Davis's news from yesterday for more in the wrestling world. Actually, it's about Edge possibly going to AEW.
Who quite overtly, and it should be said somewhat jokingly, said he's going to be and it should be said somewhat jokingly, said he's going to go back. Jesus Christ. I've had a week off and I can't present anymore.